everybody, welcome to Excel video 434. I'm Nate Moore. I want to show you how this message box works when we're checking the answers here and do it with an example from my book. So the question is, do you own the book, Better Data, Better Decisions Using Business Intelligence in the Medical Practice? And now what I've done is I've set some things up for yes and no. So let's just click yes, and I can make it say thank you, congratulations, I hope it's very helpful. Here's how I'm doing it. The first piece of the puzzle is to set up the message box. The problem is that message box with all the text I had on there was too long for the screen. I didn't want to have to scroll and confuse you. So what I did is I built some variables. I set up a variable called prompt that said, do you own the book? And then the CHR10 and CHR13 are just it's carriage return line feed. What it does is it puts the next text on the next line. So do you own the book? And then on the next line, I'm going to add the prompt. So I'm going to start with what I had, and I'm going to add better data, better decisions using business intelligence in medical practice. So that's my prompt. My buttons, as we talked about in the last Excel video, 4 is going to just give me yes and no. And the title of my message box is going to be book survey. And so here's the difference. In prior Excel videos, what we did is we had a message box and then the information. Now what we're doing is we've got a variable here I'm going to call answer, and I'm going to say answer equals message box. When I do that, notice up here, I don't have a parenthesis. When I'm not looking for the answer, I don't need the parentheses. When I need the answer, I'm going to define answer as equals message box and then the parentheses. And then what I do is it's the same thing, prompt, buttons, and title. I just define those variables up here simply to save space. That's all I'm doing is saving space. And I'm assigning the answer of message box to the variable called answer. Then we're going to work through an if, then, else kind of statement. And don't worry about if, then, else, because that's next. That's where we're going. The next Excel videos will talk about how to use if, then, and how to control the flow of your code. But if the answer is, and notice my answer is vbYes. That's the code, if you will, for, hey, they answered the question yes. If they answered the question yes, then I'm back to my old style message box. Put congratulations, I hope it's very helpful, VB okay only, and I'm done. If they say no, I don't own the book, then I'm going to define a variable called prompt2, and I'm going to put all this information here, and I'm going to say here's all the stuff. And again, to save space, here's what I'm doing. I'm going to put a message box that says here's a link to buy the book at mgma.com, put the line space thing again, the carriage return line feed, and then I'm going to add prompt2, which is the URL, and then you can also buy the book at Amazon. VB okay only, buy the book, and that's the end of my if. My if has to have an if and an end if. That's the game. So let's run it again. If this time I don't own the book, then the answer was not vbYes, so it goes to the else clause of the if-then statement. Here's a link to buy the book, and here's how it works. That's the game. You can make message boxes do all kinds of things for you. You can customize the title and the buttons and which is the default. And now you can control answers. You can run a whole program or logic based on the answers that come through the message box. There's how to do it. Stay tuned next time. We'll go through the if, then, else, end if, all that kind of stuff. We'll work through some examples on how that works. Thanks for watching.